Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my everyday winter makeup routine. I love filming these videos. They're so much fun to film. I did a fall one, which I'll link down below, and I'll also link my playlist. I've been doing these pretty much my whole YouTube career, my whole YouTube journey. I've been doing these for years and years now. I have so many of them up on my channel. It's my favorite thing to show you my current favorite look. And I don't of course wear makeup every day, but this is my everyday winter makeup. This is the typical routine I go for in winter right now. I'm super excited to share this look with you. This is what I created today. It's pretty natural, but this is kind of the makeup I wear for filming. It's not I guess super natural, of course, but it is it's not too much. It's not I went full on heavy glam. I feel like this is just what I like with my makeup and stuff. And the eyeshadow look that I did in my fall one, that is still a very loved look by me. I still love that look, but this is more of an updated look. I do play with my eyeshadow every day, but for the most part, my base routine, this is what I've been wearing on the daily. You also see a lot of my panning products in this video, so I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. But let's just get right into it. Okay, so on to the makeup. I first want to tell you what I use as my moisturizer, since I didn't apply that on camera. But recently I have been using my, of course, Coconut Skin Proof Smoothie Priming Moisturizer, because this is my favorite. I mentioned this in basically every single makeup video. And it's my favorite go-to moisturizer because it moisturizes and primes. Even if I do use a primer over it, I still love it. And recently I've been mixing it with a product that is in my project pan, and this is the Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer. And I was right here in it, and now I'm down here in it. So we've made such good progress, and I like mixing these two because I do still like the glow, but I also want to use this up. So we've been doing that recently. Then also, fun fact, I'm actually filming a YouTube vlog style routine today. So be sure to check that out on my vlog channel. It'll most likely be live before this video goes live, so check it out down below. But I also just put Batiste in my hair, and we're gonna let that sink in and while I film this video and stuff. So primers, I also have two other ones in my project pan that I'm trying to use up. And primers, lately I have been trying out more primers, but I used to have go-to primers in the past. I guess if you want to say my go-to primer, yes, this is my go-to primer. Sometimes I will just use this, but as of project pan wise, I've been using these, and you're gonna see lots of my project pan products in this video because I use them on the daily basis. And this is my everyday winter routine. This is not just my filming makeup. It kind of is, but sometimes I film, I do something else. But this is just my everyday look when I wear makeup. I don't wear makeup on the daily. I wear makeup maybe 5 to 6 days a week. Sometimes I will not wear it 2 days a week. It kind of depends the week. So next I like to go in with my Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I kind of forget about this sometimes, but we're almost done with it, which is good because I don't love this. I think it's a cool product, but it's just not my favorite. So what I do is I just place it basically all over my face, and we're getting to the point where it's not wanting to cooperate with me, so I usually mostly focus it up there. Then I like to kind of let that do its thing. It usually soaks in pretty fast though. Next I like to use the Pores No More by Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. This gives me a glow again, even an extra glow than that other primer gives me. And this one I'm actually pretty far down on as well. I'll show you that in a second. But I like to put a decent bit on, and then I like to go on my face. This, just rub it in. Nothing too complex. Here we are, naked and I don't know you. But and I just find with this, if I have bad pimples on my face, it even kind of smooths them out, and then with foundation it just applies more beautifully over it, and it doesn't look like a huge bump on my face, if you know what I mean. Also, I forgot to mention this, I put on my Laneige lip sleeping mask. I put this on, I only put on a little bit in the morning because it is, and then I kind of like to let this sink in for just a few minutes. So I'm actually gonna go wet my sponge, and then I'll be right back. Sponge is wet, and we'll get to that in a second. But now I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. This is my favorite foundation. If you watch my yearly favorites, if not, link it up in the cards. This is my favorite foundation, and maybe even one of my favorite products of 2019. But I really like this. It's just a very medium coverage, lightweight foundation. It just looks beautiful on skin. I love it on my skin, and I have it in Light Neutral 3. I actually just repurchased another one of these from Ulta. They don't have my shade at Target, so I was really bitter about that because it was on like super sale. Like it was like only $6. So if they had my shade, I probably would have bought them out. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have. Honestly, I wish I checked out the primer that they have because that's also amazing. And this is running out. That the other day I actually put it upside down overnight and I was able to get a lot of product out. So I'll probably do that again maybe tomorrow. And then I will blend it out. So just putting it everywhere. Also, I blended out my foundation with this brush. This is from It Cosmetics, like my holy grail brush from them. This is their Precision. I forget what this one's called, and it's rubbed off of my brush, but I mentioned it in my really favorite, so yeah, be sure to check out the video for sure. But it's my holy grail brush, and I'm either gonna link down a shop tagger where you can shop all these products all in one area. I'm thinking about doing that and stuff. So yeah, I feel like that would just be easy, especially if you're trying to get the whole look. Now I have my Real Techniques sponge, which I also love. It's my favorite sponge. I actually tried out this sponge in a video that's either coming up but I filmed it yesterday. So now I'm going to use concealer. My favorite and the only one I really have that I like right now is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I really want to get that e.l.f. Hydrate foundation. It looks so bomb. And I can't wait for that to launch. I was ordering on Ulta and I was hoping it was up on there, but apparently they have it at some Target stores. So next time I go to Target, I'm seeing if they have it because I love the Camo Concealer just in the original formula, but I think I would love it even more if they had the Hydrate formula. So I just apply this under my eyes. I do like this concealer because it isn't drying under the eyes. It is decently hydrating. So I basically just apply it to my eyelids because I always use it as an eyeshadow primer, and I usually apply it to the tip of my nose and then a little bit up my nose, not too much because I don't want, sometimes I have texture and I don't want to bother that. But I put it basically on the areas where you highlight because it does give a natural highlight. And I just blend this out with my sponge. Sometimes I'll get lazy and use my brush, but for the most part I to use my sponge because it gives a more natural blended look. And then I can also blend it with my foundation to make it more natural and seem like it just blends beautifully. It just makes it blend seamless and more cohesive. And then for powder, I actually don't love this powder, but I'm just trying to use it up. And this is the Milani. This is their Bye Bye Shine powder. It's just like a mattifying type primer, which I don't love. And if you don't love something, just try to use it up and stuff. But I like this for my eyelids because it sets down the shadow, the concealer well for shadow. So that's the only reason why I like this powder, but we're getting there with it. And I just like to set very lightly on my face, but on my eyelids I set them pretty well just so the eyeshadow doesn't crease. And then I was set lightly on my face, just enough to make it smooth out, but not too much where it looks bad. I just don't want to emphasize any texture. I just want everything that I apply over powder to blend well on my face, but I don't like to apply too much. Then I always take my sponge and go over that. Next, I like to do bronzer. I'm using my Nars Laguna because this is in my project pan also, which I feel like I have a decent bit, and I feel like the pan went out further before. Maybe I just don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it did. So I do like to use bronzer. I just feel like it adds to the look, especially when I'm wearing a full face of makeup. So I will just swirl in there, tap her off, and I'll apply it to my cheeks. You just want to put it on the hollows of your cheeks right there and just blend, and it just slims out your face, I guess. I don't know. I don't see a huge difference with bronze. It's not like it's life-changing, but it is just a fun step to do, at least for me. And I go on the sides of my nose, under my lip to give that fake lip effect, look like I have fillers, but I would never do that. Nothing wrong if you do, but it's just not me. And then I will blend it out because you don't want to look like you have helmet bronzer head. You want it to be like seamlessly blended. Then I like to do a setting spray in between like my eyeshadow and just to set down the powders that are applied. Recently I've been using the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow. Favorites right now. And I just feel like this like makes everything more natural, but it also just blends everything kind of into one, and it kind of just sinks everything in. So I take my sponge and go over it. Sometimes I will just like fan myself. Today I'm gonna take my sponge because I don't want to go like too heavy. Next I'm gonna go on to eyeshadow. This is a hard part for me because I have two palettes I'm panning, and I have been using those every day, at least for the lid shades and crease shades. But for filming, sometimes I want to go for like something like bold and beautiful on the lid. We'll first start off with the palettes we're panning. So we have the Urban Decay Naked Basics Original palette. This is no longer available, so I won't be able to link this for you, but you probably can find it secondhand if you really want to go that route. And then the Lorac Pro 3. I will link this because it is still available. So first we're going to start off with the Naked Basics, and we are going to take the shades Foxy and WOS to set, and setting my lid with these all the way from lid to brow bone, a little bit in the inner corner. Then going to the Lorac Pro palette, I'm going to take some crease shades out of here. I'm going to take this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade, which are called Terracotta Clay, Pink Nude, and Taupe. I like to start with Terracotta and Pink Nude, and then I'll mix all four of them together, but I like to start off with these two just to get a base, and you don't want to go start off too crazy. And I'm not doing this precisely, I'm just roughly blending this into my lid. I'm blending up more, then I'll also blend in my outer corner. And then I'll take a little bit more and I'll start picking it up. You don't want to start off with too much product because it'll get crazy way too fast. And I'm just gonna blend that. Then I'm gonna take these shades Dark Brown and Cool Taupe. It's funny how they never name these shades like anything like fancy. It's just like what they are. And I'm just going to blend that onto my outer corner like so to add depth to my eyes. I'm also gonna bring it slightly in, but not in. And then I'm gonna put these two palettes aside for a second. My lid shade, yes, it is something I do change up on the daily. I'm going to mix Aquamarine with Moonstone. I'm actually going to use setting spray though because I feel like these shades won't apply pigmented. So let's go in with Aquamarine and then more of Moonstone. I'm mostly going to be applying Moonstone just because I think it's super pretty. And I apply this to my lid. This is from the Shiseido palette, by the way. Hopefully I like this, otherwise it'll be bad. The heck, it's, oh. Okay, that's pretty. Like, it's exactly what I go on. I didn't want a straight up blue because I don't love blue on brown eyes, but I also wanted to play with that color, so. I'm gonna go probably to the inner, like, half of the lid. Oh yes, that's pretty. And yeah, it's super pretty. I'm loving it. I'm still looking for an extra pop though, so I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue, apply a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to kind of take that and put it onto my lid a little bit. And that kind of intensifies it already, but then I'm going to take my finger and apply it. Whoa. I think that just went a lot more pigmented than I was expecting. And yeah, that's the eyes, and I'm really obsessed with how they look. They just look so pretty, and it's definitely kind of what I was going for with my eyes. I'm going to take this Naked palette again. I'm going to take this side, and I'm going to apply the color Venus on my inner corners. I really like this as an inner corner highlight. It's just the perfect shade that I'm always looking for my eyes. I've had pan on this shade for a while because it used to be like my favorite everyday color for me, like when I was in high school. It's funny, going back to this palette brings back so many memories. I believe this was the first ever item I bought at Sephora, and I don't even think I have I didn't have their like store card yet. Like, I didn't have the Beauty Insider. Always interesting to look back on. Then I'm gonna take the setting spray again, just take a light dousing of it. Gonna brush myself off, and then we're gonna do highlight in just a second. I'm gonna let my face sit for a second. And I'm gonna take this brush and take Venus again and just go onto my brows, or like below my brow bone is what I meant to say. Then I'm going to go on highlight. Recently, I've been using my Natasha Glow. This is in their latest shade. It's my favorite. I just take it on my Colourpop fan brush. And if I haven't mentioned what brush I'm using, I will still put it on the screen. Also, everything will be linked. Like I said, anything I can link that's still available, I will link. So I'm just gonna apply this to my cheeks like so. This is a very beautiful highlight on its own. It's also very light. It doesn't emphasize texture, which it shouldn't. Like, this is actually one of her more affordable products. I feel so ridiculous saying that because like this is not like necessarily affordable. Like, it is like, it's the same price as a Becca highlight, which is why I love this, and I would actually repurchase this because I love the shade. I honestly might even check out the middle shade that she has because I feel like that one's very beautiful. But basically apply highlight to my cheeks like so. Give me a glow. We love that. And I will go down my nose. I also I go like, so I go down my nose and then I go like sideways to get that baldy nose. And then I will take my Cupid's bow and I'll kind of go there with it. I kind of go up and then sideways. And then my chin, I just apply a tiny bit. And then sometimes I'll do a little bit above my brow, sometimes. Depends my mood, but that's like one of my favorite highlights right now, and it's amazing. And then if you take your setting spray, you can also really intensify it, especially on those cheeks. And I hate this, but my mascara was like bothering my eyes yesterday, so I think it's time to like color and empty. But I'm just gonna mention my favorite mascara because this is the one I use like all the time. This is the Essence Lash Princess. It is my favorite, but I think she's drying out and bothering my eyes. So empty, here we go. But I still like it because it is my holy grail mascara. Typically, I just like to use my Colourpop Boss Brow Gel, which is the one I'm currently using in dark brown. And I basically just brush this through my brows. I don't really require much to fill in, so I typically just use it. I feel like it's the most natural way for me to do my brows and stuff. It's just my personal favorite, and obviously this is my makeup routine, so I'm just showing you my routine currently of how I do my makeup. This is something that never changes. I just use a gel to fill in my brows. Remember how I used to not fill in my brows? That was a scary time. You just use clear brow gel. And if you've been subscribed to me that long, you're an OG. And then my go-to blush is this one from Tarte. This is their Exposed blush. This is one of my favorites. And this is just like a perfect nude color, so I really like this. And I also like applying my blush through my highlight. I feel like it just makes everything just blend well together, and it makes everything look natural. It just looks natural and just real. So I have this Shiseido mascara that I've had in my collection a while, but I used to really like the Tartiest mascara, but I haven't used it in a super long time. Yep, that's a full mascara. So this is what we're using for mascara today. I'm so sad not to be using my Essence Lash Princess, but once I use up this mascara and samples I have, trust me, I will be going back to my Lash Princess. I've never tried anything like once I tried out that one, I never found anything better than that. Yeah, this is just not as good. I can't. Take the Shiseido because we're needing something more. Now all I have left is lips. I'm gonna go back into the project pan. I actually didn't use all the products I thought I'd use in the project pan for today's look, but we used most of them. So I'm gonna use this Sephora. I don't know if you can get this anymore, but it's in my project pan, so I'm trying to use it up. This is their nude lip liner. It's the contour, nothing but nude. So I don't necessarily line my lips precisely with this. And it's a pretty nude, which I like, and I wear nudes a lot. And then I'm gonna use my Clinique. This is their Pop lipstick. I'm also almost done with this one. I'm hoping to use it up and I just like to apply this over it. It's not necessarily a nude, but I feel like those two pair very well together. And yeah, this is my everyday makeup. I really like it because yes, I look like obviously I'm wearing makeup, obviously, but like I feel like it's not too much of a look. Like it's pretty generally natural, which I like. It's not too much. It kind of just looks like I put on makeup, but it's not over the top, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I really am obsessed with it. It's just a nice look for every day. It's not too much, it's not too little, like I said. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me get ready today. I really enjoyed creating this video for you. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this video too, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what video should I do next. Let me know, please. I need ideas. Please leave those suggestions down below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for taking time to watch today's video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.